Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to hit the 67th episode of the Switch It Up Show. I am your host today, Seth Trav, joined as always by our friend Glenn.
How you doing today, Mr. Trav?
I am doing rather well. I'm still feeling it from those salads the other day at that Sweet Green in the KOP Mall, but I am also feeling froggy, and I've got the itch for the Nintendo Switch. What about you, my man? How you doing?
My man, I'm feeling pretty good. Did you, if I'm not mistaken, did you get up earlier and have your... Oh, there it is, a Coca-Cola. Is that classic, the classic variety?
It is a Coca-Cola classic.
What do you think? Have you had this, like, vanilla orange one that just came out?
I have never sampled that. I am a fan of the raspberry vanilla, which you can mix at those standing gimmicks. Yes. And I am also a fan of the, cherry vanilla. I feel like you're a cola connoisseur, so I wanted to see if I could get your quick takeaway. I am, in fact, a cola connoisseur. I pride myself on that, almost as much as I pride myself on our reviewing prowess of the Nintendo Switch. And Managuchi.
Those are the guys.
Ladies and gentlemen. That's what's up. Today we only have one Nintendo Switch review, and it is going to be first, from me, Modern Combat Blackout. It is $19.99, and you get 100 gold coins when you buy it on the Nintendo eShop. Begin the fight to switch on the light. Never lose sight of your friends. No soldier fights alone. Jump into the crossfire as the latest Modern Combat raises the bar for FPS action on the Nintendo Switch. Pick from 9 customizable classes and fight around the world in thrilling 12-player online battles or in the engaging offline story mode. Find friends and join a squad that fights together, or go it alone like a true commando. However you play, you'll unlock potent new skills and a variety of gear as you progress. High-powered multiplayer. Deploy for an epic clash in team battle and free for all matches online. Up to 12 players can deploy for simultaneous battle. Take the fight to 9 unique maps, from the gorgeous canals of Venice to the neon streets of Tokyo. Rise to the top of the player and squad leaderboards. Win cool rewards in the limited time events. Intense solo campaign, fast-paced story missions with various challenges taking you from Tokyo to Venice. I don't know why they keep focusing on those two spots. Play the challenging spec ops missions for a real adrenaline rush. Flawless graphics and music optimized specifically for the Nintendo Switch, with voice performances seamlessly integrated into each cutscene. So I'm going to end the descriptions there. What you do in this one, it is a port over from a mobile game, which I believe is available on the iOS and Android platforms. And it kind of really shows often, especially when you're trying to aim your guns. Graphically, it's cool. It looks pretty okay. I wouldn't say that it's on par with everything the Switch has, but I don't really believe the Switch has any other, or if any other at all, FPSs. It's very much in the vein of, say, your Call of Duties, your Medal of Honors, your Bad Companies. You know, you've played an FPS before, but it's no Destiny. It's very grounded in the reality. The storyline is cool, but it's very, very, very short, and I think that is because of the fact that it was, designed for a mobile platform originally. Like I said, I have gameplay of this up, and you can see me struggling with working the actual aiming system and moving around system. it's really difficult to get the oh so specific feeling right, and I wound up having to adjust the sensitivities on everything multiple times, and it still didn't feel right. That being said, there are a lot of positives to this. It's got some fairly good voice acting. Like I said, the storyline is pretty engrossing, all things considered, however short it is. And graphically, it's pretty good. Online stuff, it's kind of basic. It's your like kill all or be killed kind of deal. You know, it's either team kills or just everybody free for all. And there weren't that many people on when I was trying to play, so that sort of brought it down a little bit as well. The leveling up stuff is fun, to unlock more guns, more things for your classes, things like that. But it's kind of too little too late, and just that it's so difficult to actually move around and operate the actual game itself. Any part of actually playing it just does not really feel right. It feels like it's too loose. It feels like it's too sensitive everywhere, and then all of a sudden it feels like it's not sensitive enough. It's really, really difficult to get that sweet spot. And in any kind of shooting game, you know you're going to lose your stuff when you when you start not being able to take those shots. So because of all of those things, good and the bad, I'm going to give Modern Combat Blackout a 3.5 out of 5.
That's not bad. That's not a bad score, my man.
No, because there's definitely some things to enjoy about it. It's just that it gets so frustrating to try to shoot sometimes. And like I said, it still doesn't feel like it's fully there. But to have this level of detail and connectivity and playability on the Nintendo Switch, it's pretty awesome. And like I said, the story is surprisingly engrossing and fun. I don't know why they kept saying Venice to Tokyo, though. That was a little odd. There are other locations, people. But yeah, let me know what you think. Get at me. I'm at Seth Trav.
Yeah, you said this game was $19. Is that about right? $19.99?
$19. So if you have some gold coins sitting around, I might say try this one out, especially if you're looking for an FPS on the Nintendo Switch. Otherwise, I would definitely head over to our friends over at like NIS America, see what they're about, check out some RPGs, give yourself a solid 80-90 hour worth of gameplay in most of their titles. You know,
you're not wrong, my man. You're not wrong. I thought that game looked cool. That's definitely why
it definitely has the appearance. The screenshots are cool. The screenshots make it look great. Mm-hmm. But then, you know, like I said, graphically, there's some low points. I believe you have a steamed game, even though it's obviously grilled.
Oh, yes, my friend. And let me tell you something. This game is nothing but high points, and that is going to be the Textorcist. So this is, we used to have this segment here on the show called We Wish It Would Switch. And ever since we kind of changed the format a little bit to where we are primarily just really focusing on reviews. We haven't done one in a little bit, but we're still going to be bringing it around from time to time. And We Wish It Would Switch, it's like a moment where we have the opportunity to review a game that we think would just be perfect on the Nintendo Switch, but as it turns out, it is not on the Switch. The Textorcist is definitely one that fits right in with that. The Textorcist is on the Steam shop. It's $14.99. It's available for Steam for Windows and Steam for Mac. So you can, in fact, get this on either platform, but currently not on any like other one, which is a real shame because this game is so much fun. I don't know exactly how you would go about playing it on the Switch, but I have a few ideas up my sleeve. But before I go ahead and jump into my experience with the game and my review, let me go ahead and hit you with the synopsis. It's going to be lengthy because, one, this music is long, this music is great, and I want you to hear as much of it as possible, and I want you to also have a good appreciation for the game. So get ready for an electrifying mix between a bullet hell and a typing game. Dodge bullets while typing exorcisms at the very same time. Turn on both sides of your brain and jump into the adventure of Ray Bibia a private exorcist who's going to face threats of a demonic outbreak and deal with his dark and sinful past at the same time. A city in decay, streets filled with thugs, crime and censorship, and only one man to stop it all. Groundbreaking gameplay, exorcists, demons, metal singers, the Pope, drama, bad jokes, and tons of hardcore action-filled boss battles from the first time you type up. This game is not messing around. In order to defeat the forces of evil, you have to type your exorcisms with your keyboard or joypad while dodging the tons of bullets, dealing with puddles of barf, defusing bombs, singing at the mic of a metal show, and even more during these intense boss battles. It is easier said than done. This whole game takes place in Rome. Rome is the theater of our adventure. Discover new locations and fight one of the biggest metropolises in history. From some of the craziest characters and enemies. Behind a demonic outbreak, unearthly forces and scheming bosses scheme to seize power and subvert the order of the biggest religious organization in Rome. The Holy Church has reached unlimited powers over the streets of the city, but how can our protagonists be sure of their good deeds? Unravel the demonic plot aimed at overturning the order in the city and put together the pieces of the dark past of Ray Bibia. This game is crazy. It features an intense storytelling, tons of bullets, lots of typing, 10 boss battles, challenging, twisted typing mechanics for every boss. You have to type to open up a door. You get to type on an actual computer. At one point, you have to use command line and DOS.
Wow.
You show off with online leaderboards. You play with the keyboard for a typing experience or a gamepad for a rhythm experience if you want. This is the original soundtrack. You're hearing it. This is specifically for this, and it says some more bullets. So for each one of these, you're going through fighting these different like demons and ghosts, and you have to do it by typing in. This is one of the best songs, and it's so good. The soundtrack for this is like,
I love it. You're
so
just
good.
like, wait a minute, this is where I couldn't type because I was too busy.
Oh my God,
trying
dude.
to keep the beat with my hands.
It's really good. The soundtrack is also available. It's $4.99, so you can buy that on Steam as well. So then you can listen to it if you like all that like synth type music. It's definitely it'll definitely be up your alley, and I feel like it really sets the tone with this game. But in this, you're basically this exorcist. You're going through, you're fighting all these creatures, all these demons, and you have to exorcise them. But the only way for you to exorcise them is to say these different prayers of exorcism. But you have to type every single word out. So it'll pop up, and you'll have to start typing the words. And as you're typing, you're also using the arrow keys on.
English?
It's translated from Latin.
Okay, so you don't type the Latin, you type the English that the translation is from.
You'll be able to read it for sure. That way you can kind of say the word to yourself and try to so you can repeat it aloud, so you don't have to be staring at the words, because you have to also pay attention to the screen so that you're dodging all the attacks from these people. And like they said, you even have to type to open up the doors for the levels. So
you type open?
Yes, you do. Or turn or key or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. So everything you're doing, you're typing, which I think is, I don't know, just the theme, it's like spot on. It works out really, really well. If you like Typing of the Dead, you will love this game. This is like Typing of the Dead.
That's what I was going to ask. How does it rank compared to Typing of the Dead?
This is very much so in that realm. I feel like this is a little bit harder because it's almost like it's a shooter. It's like a shoot 'em up type game. So there are bullets all over the screen, and you can only get hit so much until your text typing gets interrupted, and then you have to start typing over again. So there's a lot you're dealing with here, but it's so much fun, and the music is so good that I didn't feel super frustrated at any point. I wanted to keep playing. It is a difficult game, but it is a rewarding game, and for me, everything hits with it. I love all the horror, and I love the Exorcist, and I love the music, and it's really good. It has it's got a rating in the 9s out of 10 on Steam. It's rated as very positive, so everybody seems to really like this game. It's got a 75% on Metacritic, so it's pretty good. You don't need a crazy machine in order to play this either. So most people are going to be able to play this on their computer pretty much no problem. Unfortunately, like I said, we wish it would switch, so it is not on the Nintendo Switch, only on Steam Steam for PC and Mac. It's $14.99 if this was going to be on the Switch. It would be interesting to see how this would have to be played. I don't know if the keyboard would kind of just be static right there on the screen, and you would just have to kind of poke at it.
Can you Bluetooth hook up anything to
Switch?
Yeah,
that's what I was wondering. I think you could probably Bluetooth. I'm almost positive you can plug in a USB keyboard to it as well.
USB-C?
Yeah. Yep, or even they have regular USB-A ports on the back too. You could totally do that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Bluetooth would be neat. I would love to be able to just like use like your phone with this or something like that. I don't know if it's fast. Like you really have to be able to type pretty quick. But I had a great time with this, my man. Earlier I gave a game, I think like 3.5, and I originally from like a 3 because I said it was like my personal experience with it. So sticking with that my personal experience with this game, this is a 5. This is great.
Oh my god,
so good, man. So
and
good.
You actually got some gameplay footage of this up over on our YouTube, which you can find by going to www.preesh.us. That's preesh.us. See what our friend Glenn considers a 5-star game by checking out the playlist Steamed Games, Obviously Grilled. That is a Simpsons joke from our good friend Bill Oakley, who is the preeminent fast food critic. Just how we, ladies and gentlemen, here are the preeminent Switch critics. And hopefully, if any of this show got boring, y'all remember that you can just switch it up.